Welcome to Soul Growth Stories. Today we witness a story of patience, where failure is simply a stepping stone to mastery. The ground is littered with the evidence of imperfection, a chaotic graveyard of arrows that missed their intended mark by a mile. Kael stands alone in the golden morning light, his breath visible in the cold air, holding his worn wooden bow tightly. His hands are tired and trembling, bearing the physical toll of 100 attempts that ended in nothing but silence and grass. The wooden target stands mocking him in the distance, a silent observer to his struggle, seemingly moving further away with every shot. He picks up a broken shaft from the dirt, realizing that brute force and mindless repetition have only led to broken tools. Even his quiet companion on the fence seems to understand that something needs to change before the next arrow is ever released. Instead of reaching for the quiver immediately, Kael closes his eyes, choosing to stop the cycle of failure and simply breathe. He remembers the last hour of chaotic shooting, where frustration drove his movements instead of the calm calculation required for true accuracy. But now, looking at the field, he sees something different. Not a field of failure, but a map of adjustments waiting. He walks among the fallen arrows, studying their angles and positions, treating each mistake as a whispered lesson from the wind itself. The notebook fills with diagrams and observations, transforming the emotional weight of missing the target into logical steps for future improvement. Back at the line, he inspects his equipment with new eyes, ensuring that his tool is ready to serve his refined will. He adjusts his stance, planting his feet firmly into the earth, building a foundation that will not sway when the pressure mounts. He raises the bow but does not draw, simply feeling the weight of the wood and finding the perfect balance in gravity. The sun begins to dip lower, painting the sky in orange, yet Kael continues to practice the setup, ignoring the target completely. Night falls, and the work continues by the fire, sharpening the tools and sharpening the mind for what tomorrow will surely bring. Morning returns with a heavy blanket of fog, but Kael is already standing there, ready to apply the lessons learned from yesterday. He draws an arrow from the quiver with a newfound respect, treating it as a partner in the process rather than ammunition. The world narrows down to a single point of focus, where the target is no longer an enemy but a destination for energy. The arrow flies and lands closer than before. It is not perfect, but it is progress. And that is enough for now. Days turn into weeks, and the weather turns against him. Yet he stands firm in the rain, letting the water wash away doubt. The scorching sun beats down on his back, forging his resilience and turning his soft muscles into bands of tireless, hardened steel. Autumn leaves dance around him, attempting to distract his gaze, but his motion has become a consistent rhythm of nature itself. The fear of missing has vanished from his eyes, replaced by a calm certainty that he is exactly where he needs to be. A solid thud echoes across the field as wood meets wood. He smiles, knowing that the gap is closing with every breath. His companion sleeps peacefully nearby, trusting in the rhythm of practice, a silent witness to the transformation of a disciplined soul. He learns that archery is not just about the arm, but about the mind, finding stillness in the chaos of the world. He begins to see the invisible currents of the air, understanding how the wind speaks and how the arrow must answer. He challenges himself further, removing sight to trust his instincts, letting his body remember the perfect alignment without visual confirmation. The string sings a song of power, a vibration that travels from the wood, through his arm, and straight into his heart. When the blindfold falls, the result confirms what he felt. His body now knows the path to success better than his eyes. Winter brings a biting cold that numbs the fingers, but the fire of determination keeps his aim true and his spirit warm. He cares for his equipment with tender precision, knowing that in this harsh environment, the smallest detail can cause the greatest failure. The arrow cuts a perfect path through the falling snow, defying the elements and proving that focus can conquer any external condition. As the flowers bloom again, the boy who once threw tantrums has vanished, replaced by a warrior who understands the art of patience. He looks down to find only one shaft remaining in his quiver, the culmination of 100 lessons distilled into one object. He steps to the line for the final time today, the world fading away until only the connection between soul and target remains. His stance is rooted deep in the earth, a connection that draws strength from the ground and channels it upward through his body. With a gentle click, the arrow finds its home on the string, a promise of flight that is about to be fulfilled. He draws the string back, engaging the muscles of his back, using the leverage of his skeleton, rather than just brute strength. The string kisses his face, a familiar anchor point that tells him everything is aligned. Everything is ready for the final release. From the perspective of the target, he is a statue of intent, a force of nature about to unleash a singular event. The world falls silent. The birds stop singing, the wind holds its breath, and time itself seems to pause for this moment. 100 memories of missed shots flash through his mind, not as regrets, but as the necessary foundation for this very second. The release is not an action, but a letting go, a surrender of control that allows the arrow to fulfill its destiny. It dances through the air, bending and flexing, stabilizing into a perfect spiral that cuts through the wind with surgical precision. We ride the wind with the arrow, watching the world blur beneath us, aimed inevitably at the center of the waiting wood. Impact. The arrow finds its mark with a thunderous crack, burying itself deep into the heart of the target, unmoving and proud. Kael holds his pose, watching the result not with surprise, but with the quiet satisfaction of someone who knew it was inevitable. He lowers the bow, and a genuine smile breaks across his face as his faithful companion rushes to greet the victorious archer. Walking to the target, he touches the feathers, feeling the reality of his success, knowing that every missed shot led him here. From above, the field looks peaceful now, no longer a graveyard of failures, but a garden where skill has finally blossomed. He retrieves his arrow, turning towards the setting sun, understanding that this is not the end, but merely the beginning of mastery. The tool that once frustrated him is now treated with reverence, carefully cleaned and stored, ready for the challenges of tomorrow. Together they walk home, leaving the field behind, carrying with them the quiet confidence that can only be earned through perseverance. The crooked arrows of the past remain in the earth, silent teachers that have been outgrown, buried by the passage of time. He writes a final entry in his journal, noting that failure is not an enemy to be feared, but a strict teacher. As the candle flickers out, we are reminded that even in the darkest moments, the potential for success is always waiting to ignite. We have seen the seasons change and the struggle evolve, proving that time and effort are the only true magic in this world. The field that was once chaotic is now a sanctuary of order, a reflection of the disciplined mind that now commands it. Kael looks at you now, inviting you to consider your own missed shots and asking if you are ready to try again. The bow rests upon the wall, silent and still, yet it holds the potential energy of 1,000 future victories within it. Life continues to flow around the cabin, the eternal river of time that waits for no one, urging us to keep moving. On the workbench, a new arrow is already taking shape, because the pursuit of excellence is a road that has no final destination. He inspects the feather against the light, seeking perfection in the smallest details, for he knows that details create the masterpiece. Closing his eyes once more, he finds peace not in the achievement, but in the knowledge that he gave his absolute best. High above, an eagle soars on the thermals, a symbol of the freedom that comes when discipline eventually transforms into second nature. He steps out into the light of a new day, ready to face whatever challenges the world decides to throw his way. His loyal friend leads the way, reminding us that the journey is always better when shared with those who believe in us. He picks up the bow, and the wood feels warm in his hand, a greeting from an old friend ready to work. We leave him there, standing in his field of dreams, a solitary figure who turned 100 failures into a single triumph. The forest embraces him, a silent witness to the greatness that blooms when a human spirit refuses to accept defeat as final. Persistence is not just about trying again. It is about refining your soul until the outcome becomes the only logical conclusion. Thank you for watching Soul Growth Stories. Remember to subscribe for more stories of perseverance. Until next time, keep aiming true.